Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. It is 8:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. My name is Karen Yankovich, and I'm here with a LinkedIn profile tip for the day. I promised daily LinkedIn profile tips through the rest of the month, and well, I'm going to give myself grace to miss a day or two. So far, so good. So we are live today on my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, which if you have not joined that yet, you absolutely should. You can join that at linkedinforwomencommunity.com. We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'm at Karen Yankovich across all those places. So no matter where you're watching, I love being here with you live every morning. But let me tell you a minute about the Facebook group. The Facebook group, LinkedInForWomenCommunity.com, today at noon Eastern, I'm actually going to be delivering a live webinar. I did it yesterday for the people on my email list, and today I'm going to do it for the Facebook group. So if you want to join me live to understand a little bit, like we're talking about the profile in this series, right? But if you want to understand a little bit about the strategies as you move into 2022 for your LinkedIn profile, then you want to join us in the free Facebook group. We're going to be going through that workshop live today at noon Eastern. Good morning, Nikki. It's always good to see your smiling face here. So that's what's happening across all of that. So hopefully you've been following this series. You can check out my previous activity to see what's been happening. Yeah, I'm excited to be delivering another tip today. So what we're going to be talking today about is keywords. And, maybe you've done some keyword research for your website. Maybe you've done, you've got some tools maybe that help you understand and research keywords, right? So I want to first say that keywords on LinkedIn are different than keywords on Google. They could be the same, but I want you to remember that they are different also. For example, you may not be searching for a product on LinkedIn, but you may be searching for a distributor for that product, right? So if you sell a product, right, like you're not going to be like, first of all, no one's going on LinkedIn to buy, you don't want to sell your pen on LinkedIn. You want to find a distributor for your pens. So think about that when you are creating a list of keywords that you want to use. So, everybody has a dashboard on LinkedIn and their LinkedIn profile, and it tells you how many times you've come up in search appearances in the past week, right? So what that tells you, if that number is anything other than zero, it means that people are finding your profile. So let's make sure that we're feeding LinkedIn properly so that you're coming up for the kinds of things that you want to be found for, right? So let me actually do a screen share and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll get into it. Good morning, Simone. I was thinking about you this morning. Hang on. Let me share my screen here for a second and show you what I'm talking about. So what you're looking at is my screen and you see my dashboard, and this is live. Okay. So this is actually kind of low, I guess, because it's a holiday week, right? A holiday month. But basically, this is what yesterday we talked about creator mode. This is where you'd see if creator mode is on and off. But what I'm talking about here is this search appearances. So I've come up 600 times in search appearances this week. Whatever that number is for you, it doesn't matter. You just want it to grow, right? But here's the really interesting thing. If you click it, now remember we're doing this live, so I never know what I'm going to come up with, right? Because it changes every week. If you click it and you scroll, well, if you click it, it says where your searchers work, what your searchers do, and the keywords your searchers used to find you. MBA. I'm not sure why I came up with an MBA. I don't have an MBA. So you can't micromanage this, right? But you can. Business strategist. Strategy is my favorite thing to do. So I love that I'm coming up for business strategists and strategists when people are searching for those on keywords on LinkedIn. Now, remember, that wouldn't happen if I didn't feed it properly, right? Speaker is my other favorite thing to do. I love speaking, and obviously training. I'm doing that now. So these are the keywords my searchers used this week when they brought my profile up. Now, here's the deal. Remember that, 600 actually is a pretty low number, but that's still over 2,000 times a month. My profile is being found by people that are looking for what I do, right? Which is why keywords are so important. We've heard a little bit about, this was put it this way to be one time, and it has stuck with me ever since. We spend money on advertising. We spend money on getting our content. Like people spend billions of dollars on Super Bowl ads, right? To get your content in front of people that you hope are interested in what you do. When you do this keyword strategy for your LinkedIn profile and everywhere else, right? You're coming up for the kinds of things people are interested in because they're searching for it. So it's really important that that you are using, that you're thinking about the keywords that you're using in your profile. So you want to populate them everywhere, but we're not going to talk about that today. I just want you to talk about thinking about what they are. I'd love you to come up with a list of 10 or 20 or 30. You know what? Nikki's saying I should have an MBA. You know what, Nikki? I have no interest or need to get an MBA. I really don't. I don't need to, I have the life experience. It's a lesson for you, Nikki. I have the life experience and the business experience to help people like you and my other clients get the results that they want. I don't need an MBA to do that. Even though I'm a lifelong learner, I'm always taking courses and always learning. Anyway, so back to the keywords. Keywords are, so you want to think about what are people searching for when you want to come up as a search result. And here's the thing that's really interesting. Jen, all my friends are here. Good morning, Jen. Here's the thing. You want to, when you are doing this work and you're coming up for the kinds of things you want to be known for, that's when this starts to work for you, right? Because if you're not doing that, you're leaving money on the table. And here's the most interesting thing. So like, I'll just use Nikki and Simone and Jen as examples, right? So Nikki is an Alzheimer's advocate. Simone is a wealth advocate for women and helping them with generational wealth. And Jen Little is a PR specialist, right? And a social media and a digital PR specialist. Jen is the PR coach in our She's Linked Up program. Here's the thing. If Nikki does the keyword research, and when I do this work, right? And when people search for a LinkedIn speaker, I want to come up. Here's the thing. Everybody that teaches what I teach knows how to do this. So I'm not going to come up for that, right? Like I have, every one of my competitors knows how to do this, but Nikki's Alzheimer's advocate competitors are not doing this. Simone's competitors are not doing this. Jen's competitors are not doing this, right? So you are going to come up when people search this stuff if you do this keyword research and insert keywords into your profile and when over your competitors, right? So you have a competitive edge even over me because I have a much harder time coming up for this stuff because every one of my competitors does the same thing, right? And they know how to do this. Yours don't. So you want to take the time to do some keyword research and get some strength in your profile, creating a profile full of the keywords that you want to be found for. I hope that makes sense. So scrolling across the bottom here as I've been talking is our free Facebook group, linkedinforwomencommunity.com. If you're just joining us, I just want to remind you that today at noon Eastern, I'm going to be, so what we're talking about here in this and this whole series of videos that I'm doing is LinkedIn profile tips. But what I'm doing today at noon Eastern in the Facebook group is strategy. I want you to have a great profile as you move into the new year, but let's also have some strategy so you know exactly what to do and how to position yourself so that you're getting the high ticket clients as you move into the new year. So we're doing a free live webinar at noon Eastern in the Facebook group. It's kind of a pop-up event. I did it yesterday live for my email list, and it was so great. We had so much fun that I decided I want to do it today. No opt-in required. You just have to be in the Facebook group to join this live webinar today. And you can get to the free Facebook group at linkedinforwomencommunity.com. I hope that was helpful. You definitely want to take some time today. Hopefully I'm trying to do short tips every day. This might be a little bit longer. Yeah, you need to double down on and this is an ongoing process, by the way. Like my keywords shift, your keywords will shift. Like one of the keywords that I'm recommending a lot of people use now, and maybe that's starting to not be as important anymore, is the word virtual in their profiles, right? Because people are searching for a virtual speaker where they might not have before, even if you've been doing virtual speaking before. You want to think about that. So it shifts all the time. You always want to be thinking about updating your keywords in your profile. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful. If you want to know what it's like to get some support from me or from my team and some of the people that you're seeing here in the chat today, just go to, hang on, I'll share this. You can just book a call, get on my calendar and let's talk. KarenYankovich.com/call gets you to my calendar. I would love to chat with you, and I will see you back here tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. with another LinkedIn profile tip.